Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeks. Well, we encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, I'm somewhere out here in the speed force. Ain't nobody catch me. It's your boy, Real. Joined by my cuz Will. Got BA in the building, of course. Big J out here again. Yet again. Listen, man. If you guys are into geek content involving movies and television, you're in the right place, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday, even Saturday morning as we get our geek on, guys. Also, too, follow us on our socials at Cuz We Geek. And we soon be having a Instagram page too, guys. Y'all to follow us on, man. So yes, sir, out in the right place. Like I said, got a lot to get into today, fellas. So let's go ahead and get to it, man. Y'all already know how we start this show off, man. We usually got to start it off with the quick hits. Here we go. Mark Ruffalo says he's been talking to Marvel about a solo Hulk movie. So this is directly out of Mark Ruffalo's mouth. So this is pretty interesting right here. So I mean, a lot of people already know that Disney, or should I say Marvel, Disney does not own the full distribution rights of the Hulk, which is a lot of reasons why we have not seen a solo Hulk movie under Disney yet. And so we've been hearing these rumors here, man, for damn near 10 years now, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
And now we hear Mark Ruffalo saying that he's been talking to Disney about this. So this is pretty interesting. Kind of got me thinking maybe some plans in the back field here, man, that they trying to put into effect here. But, cuz, what you think about this, man? Do you actually think we're going to get a solo Hulk movie?
I think with them trying to bring a new twist and freshness in it, I think there's a possibility. I would say maybe a decade ago, it was like, what, 1%. I think it's probably up to about 20 to 30% now and growing, especially with them wanting to bring just freshness into it. And it's been a long time since we've had a Hulk movie. Also, I'm sure they've heard whispers. I'm sure Mark has heard it as well that we want Savage Hulk back. We want the destructive. We want the one where as he gets angry, he gets stronger. And for us to, I think, for us to have that chance, that true chance, will be that solo movie. So I think it's about 20-30% and growing just with that. And, Hulk is like a major character in the MCU, and it's been disappointing at this point. So work towards giving us that solo. Let him be the Savage, the one that gets bigger as he gets angry, and let us have fun with it. That's what I'm hoping for. What you got, Big J?
I mean, I would be all on board. The only problem is that Comcast owns the rights, and the CEO of Comcast hates Bob Iger, which is why they even hopped in on the Fox deal years ago because they wanted to drive the price up. They had no interest in buying Fox, but they were petty because the original deal was for $41 billion. Comcast hopped in and drove the price up to $71 billion just because they were petty.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I don't think it was 41, BJ. I think it was like 20 something.
I think that I was watching a thing
Yeah.
about a week or two. They were saying it was like the original deal was supposed to be about 41 for everything because they were even supposed to buy Sky, the cable network in Europe too, was supposed to be
Oh
included.
wow.
And so
Mhm.
Comcast stepped in, and Comcast ended up taking that out of the deal, but they drove the price up by 20+ billion for just Disney to buy it because
Yeah.
like they said it's strictly a thing where they just they hate each other for some reason.
Yeah, Comcast hates Disney.
So they're not going to give the rights, and Comcast owns the rights. They used to have the rights to Namor as well, but I guess some kind of way they reverted back. But Disney still has the rights to Hulk and team ups only,
Well,
so he
no,
can be
it's the same way with Namor too. It's the same
okay.
type of deal, which is why Namor hasn't had a movie in by itself either in the Marvel. 'Cause remember, they had rumors of that, but they were talking about making a Namor movie under Universal for like ever or whatever, just try to keep the rights or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah, so it's one of those things where I don't see them being a solo. And I think Mark in in that comment he made, he alluded to that. He said as long as the rights are with Comcast, he doesn't see a way forward as much as he wants to do one. because what would happen is Disney would produce the movie, and then Comcast would get to all the money from the distribution. So
Yep.
Disney's like, no, we ain't doing that. You know,
What you got, BA?
Similar. Comcast slash Universal owns Hawk, and I mean, I'm just trying to hear this correctly. Mark Ruffalo, an actor, wants to have his own movie, a solo movie. Yeah, majority of actors will say the exact same thing he said. He's just interested in it. Cool, great. We're not going to get past that, and then it seems like they're not really budging. So what are we going to do? We're going to continue to do what we've been doing. We're going to get Hawk, I guess, sagas through the works, through the works of others, and that's just what it's going to be. If you watch it along, it's not that far off. The Avengers was like pretty much following along with Hawk. The Ragnarok was a little side thing. Cool, and this little stint on She-Hulk. So this thing it's not complicated to follow along. We're not going to get his own IP or whatever. It's not going to work. I feel for him. It is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, he's not going to get that. He's not going to get his wishes. And I was looking at this. I was looking at him talk recently. He's getting up there in age too. It's that's not to creep up with him. I know you ain't got to do too much with the banner side, but he does the mocap for Hawk and all those things. So you might have to go on and get somebody else to do those things. So I guess he realizing like it's time to do all those things physically and everything is running low. I'm not saying he's about to kill over nothing by no means. I'm just saying like it takes a lot. It takes a lot to walk around and do all those other things too. It takes a lot to do the physical side of Hawk, man. He was doing that, so shout out to him. But just stick with the Avengers and other things like that. We'll follow along. It's not too hard.
Is that why they made him Professor Hulk? So all you gotta do is just sit around and talk the whole time. He ain't got to really do too many action scenes and all that.
Well, he'll be 58 in a few days, man. So yeah,
Jesus, man. Hey, what Kevin Hart said on that one clip?
That one scene in the Avengers.
Tony, he's talking about.
Yeah.
That
was real.
That's what I was. That's what I was thinking of when you said that. That's what I was thinking of when you said that. No, I'm with y'all, man. I've been saying this for a while, man. I know online everybody like, oh, it's confirmed. It's gonna be a World War Hulk or Planet Hulk or whatever, and it's like they're not gonna do that, man. Like Big J said, I don't see Disney making the movie to give money to somebody else to get the money for it, bro. I don't see that happening. I think they're content with like what BA just said, the fact that they have him. You kind of sprinkling in his storyline here and there throughout the Marvel movies and stuff like that, which is also too why I don't know why they didn't put him in Brave New World. If you're gonna have Red Hulk, you had a lot of the loose ends tied up there from that Edward Norton Hulk. You had some of the characters in there, like I said, you had Thaddeus, you had Betty, you had the Red Hulk in there and all that stuff. Like I don't know the leader. Like why didn't you add the Hulk in there to kind of give us some more look at the Hulk in a different light or whatever? So, yeah, like I said, I would love to see that. I would love to see a solo Hulk movie, but I don't think we're gonna get it anytime soon. I don't even know I don't even know what the deal is with that. Like because like I said, it's different with the like Hulk and Namor is different because Disney owns they can make movies with them in the movie. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the distribution rights is what they don't have. Like Spider-Man, they don't own the cinematic rights at all. Like Sony owns all that. But with these two characters, they can make movies with them in it. They just can't have them be the main character on a poster, and they can't have them be the main character in the movie. They have to be a side character. And if they're on a poster, they got to be on posters with other people, and they got to be kind of in the background. Or they're gonna have to pay distribution rights or whatever, or distribution pay. And so I don't know if we're gonna ever see a Hulk movie because I don't know how that works. I know you was talking about Big J, the fact like who was it? You were saying Spider-Man, like they gotta have a movie out at a certain time or their rights revert back over. I don't know what the deal is with Universal. I don't know how that works because shoot, they had how long ago was that Edward Norton movie? So that was in what 2008
early,
or 9 or whatever,
yeah, it was early 2000s.
something like that. Yeah, like no late 2000s because it came out not too long far from Man of Steel. It was like 2008 or 9 or something like that.
2008 was the
So
last one.
yeah, so that's why I'm like, yo, and it's like it's 2025. Well, yeah, 2025 now. So it's like, how did those rights work? Because we haven't seen a Universal Hulk movie or Namor movie. So I don't know how those rights work. I don't know when they're gonna revert back over to or didn't even get those rights back. I don't know how that works.
I think so. There's the only way that they could get the rights back at this point from Universal is if Universal sells, because the rights revert back during the sale. That's the same thing with Sony, because Sony almost got bought by Apple, I think, a couple years ago,
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
when Apple realized that they were going to lose Spider-Man because a sale triggers the reversion of the rights back.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I
And
remember
so
that.
they was like, well, there's no point in buying y'all because y'all don't like what else they got, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do remember that. But yeah, I mean like I said, we'll see how this goes, man. Maybe they'll give us more Hulk moving forward, kind of like they're gonna do with Spider-Man. We're gonna get Hulk and Spider-Man, so we'll see how that goes.
Start spanking my man
I think
everywhere.
that's why they should have did Hulk. Remember they were talking about doing Hulk Ling with the champions because I think even like the Amadeus shows and all that, I don't think they have solo rights for on the big screen.
Right. Yeah,
So
I don't want to see. I don't want to see Hulk because Hulk is really not a Hulk
I know
character. He's like a scroll or something, ain't
he's a scroll.
he? Yeah. So yeah, y'all already know how I feel about the young Avengers and all that stuff. I'm just not really a big fan of it, bro. Hey, you already got Scar, man. You don't need Hulkling.
Well, that haircut though.
He's a Samoan Hulk, man. What you talking about?
I guess so. He got the. Are we ever gonna see him again? Is he gonna ever show up in anything? Or maybe Doctor Doom's gonna kill him to start the thing off to show how strong he is. He just gonna snap Scar in half so we can forget about that haircut.
Bro, I told you I was listening to something the other day, man, and one of the people was saying that Kevin Feige is going to use this opportunity. Supposedly, what they've been hearing is that he's going to use this opportunity to kind of erase some of the stuff that didn't work and the stuff that he really didn't like. And I think that's one of the things that he's going to probably end up erasing, bro, because a lot of people was like, "Yo, what is this?" You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That was just first of all, that was forced. That just came out of nowhere. It's not something that y'all worked up to or whatever. And then it's like nobody asked for that. And so we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see that's one of them cases where he just kind of just act like that never existed.
Like Secret Invasion gonna get erased? What?
Hey, gives you a chance to erase and redo it. There you go, man. Reboot. Check it out, man. So when we had this talk, y'all, supposedly Charlie Cox says he won't be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Big J, you believe it? Or do you saying he out here lying in these streets, man? What you think?
So maybe he means that he won't be in as Matt Murdock like he was last time, but Daredevil might be in. Because it didn't. I think in the interview, wasn't Kristen Ritter? They were saying she was hinting that she might be or something in Spider-Man. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that earlier this week.
I didn't hear that part, but it would make sense. Street level. We heard Brad Winderbaum talking about them connecting him, sit down with the people who've been working on Brand New Day and them trying to connect things and all that type of stuff. So it would make sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You already got the Punisher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got the Punisher in there. It would make sense you add maybe a Daredevil in there. We talked about that. What was that last weekend? So
Yeah.
I don't know. But what you got, BA? Oh, he muted.
He should have stayed muted. That's what happened. Charlie Cox should have muted himself. Lying to the people. We don't believe you, sir. You need more people. We don't believe you. I just think that's just what it is. He can just say like, hey, he won't be in it as of right now, but next month I'm scheduled to do one or two things over there. Like, yeah, I just don't believe him. I think it's too easy. There's too much of an alley hoop, and he was already in it already. He was already in part the last Spider-Man film. So it's not a stretch to have him in there again. We already talked about that. So, I'm not trying to be a dead horse, but at the end of the day, these actors and these producers and these guys, these Hollywood guys, they lie. and it's okay because we're just the public. You know what I'm saying? Like, who will read? So, this is just another case. I'll see him in that particular show, and if not, like, oh, he was telling the truth. Now you should have been in the goddamn movie. Now I'm just gonna go on that tirade. How you should have been in the movie. This was a perfect spot for him, but you add this character. Who the hell is this character? And we're just gonna go off like that. So either way, um, we're gonna find something to talk about because that's just the world that we live in. So I just don't believe Charlie Cox when he says that. I don't believe him.
What you got, Cuz?
Yeah, I agree with BA. I don't believe him. Just gonna have to see with the movie. You have the Punisher in it. Yeah, you big thing about it is that it's going to be street level as well, and Daredevil is a major street level hero. Also, it's going into like your news. It's going to lead you into these other massive movies that's going to change MCU as a whole. So yeah, it's just one of those situations, kind of like Andrew Garfield is. Can't believe him now at this point, just because of how massive those the next few movies will be to the MCU. I don't. It's very hard to believe that Daredevil won't be part of that when you have the Punisher in it. You even throwing in. He's supposed to be throwing in the Hulk as well. He's supposed to have a ton of villains within it as well. A bunch of villains and only a couple of superheroes. Nah, I don't believe it. Yeah, it's very hard to believe at this point.
Man, look, man. My thing is like, why won't they just give us the Daredevil in Spider Man? You know, folks been clamoring and asking and begging for that to happen. I don't know why they won't just give that to us. Like, I'm not saying like don't give me the Punisher, give me Daredevil, but it's like I think we're cool with the Punisher being in there too. Like I said
Yeah.
before, we want to see some of these characters interact like they did in the comics. But it's like you giving us a Punisher. Why won't you give us Daredevil and Spider Man? Like I said, you had Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock in the last Spider-Man movie. Why can't we just have him in the suit with Spider-Man? You know what I'm saying, on the big screen? We've been having it on the small screen in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Why we can't just have the live action version? So I mean, I don't understand why they doing that. Like, no, just to say if he's not going to be in there, I'm wondering why they won't just give us Daredevil and Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before in the last show, like that was something they talked about. That was the kind of the premise they were going for before they put everything into production or whatever. And what we got now, they were talking about doing a Daredevil Spider-Man crossover movie. So I don't know why we can't just get that, man. I don't know why that's a big deal, or maybe it's some kind of I don't know, some kind of deal in place where they can't be in a movie together. I don't know, man. But other than that, it's like I don't know why we can't just get those two characters in the movie together. But
You know, the one thing I thought though they said before is that one of the reasons they get hesitant to share somebody is because once they share it, then they have to keep sharing it. Which I'm like, well, he's already been in the show. So I mean, he's been in a movie before. So you would think they could just keep putting him in because that's the thing. Like, if somebody appears in a Spider-Man MCU, Spider-Man, Marvel movie, then I believe they have to keep letting them appear in the movie. Same thing with like Iron Man. They had to keep putting Iron Man at first, and so I don't know why, but yeah, it seemed like it would be easy just to plug him in.
I'm gonna say because Iron Man was only in 2 movies.
Yeah, he was in the first 2, and then he died. Remember, he died before the third.
Yeah, and then Nick Fury and them was in the movie. It's only in 1. Like I don't think he's gonna be in this new one.
Well, but is Nick Fury? And that's the thing. Is Nick supposed? Well, yeah, is Nick's going to be around, or is he supposed to be? We don't know what
Yeah,
happened to Nick after Invasion, so I don't know
bro,
what.
is he even in? Is he even gonna be in the Avenger movies?
I haven't seen anything
I ain't
about it.
heard nothing.
I mean, he is like 80, almost 80 years old too.
Yeah.
They gonna reboot him too, man. Everybody getting a
He's
reboot.
gonna be white this time. He's gonna turn into David Hasselhoff again.
No, I did. Why you saying that, bro? I did hear that. So I'm just saying.
Crazy.
But speaking of other Marvel news, check this out, y'all. So Avengers Doomsday writer Michael Waldron wants Glenn Powell to play Nova in the MCU. He says he'd be a pretty good Nova. You know what? Might be onto something. What you think about this one, BA? You think Glenn Powell should play old Nova in the MCU?
So I seen this and I I was a bit indifferent about it.
Oh man.
What when I think of Nova, I think of just him being maybe a little bit younger than what that is. I understand that there's older versions of it. I've gotten used to the
Oh,
you know
Sam
right
Alexander.
around the same age as Spider-Man
Yeah,
type vibe, and
Sam Alexander. Yeah, that's Sam Alexander.
that's and that's the one I'm kind of getting used to.
Mhm.
It's not saying that it's not a bad idea. It's just I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm preferring another guy. So um, it, in all in the characteristics of Nova, yes, he's right. He does make that he does make a pretty good Nova. It's just I'm particularly on the youthful side when it comes to this character. So that's a personal choice. I'll be interested to hear what you guys say, but me personally, I would have to have someone that's closer to Tom Holland, and then flow off of that. That's just me personally.
Okay, what you got, Cuz?
Now, I understand what BA is saying, especially if you want him to last for a long, stay within the MCU for a while. But I would like it. It just, it's crazy that we're this far into it and he hasn't been casted for either side, for Marvel or DC. So I think that's pretty surprising, especially like because the movies that he's been in have been pretty successful. Twisters was really great. He wasn't the star of what was it? The uh, went blank with Tom Cruise. The
Oh, Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, so he wasn't the star of it, but like he when he was on the screen, he had a presence each and every time. That's what just makes it really surprising. But yeah, I would like it just to have him on the screen, have his swagger with it, the bringing that attitude, the energy, the jokes with it as well. I like it. I think he would make a good Nova. We'll see if something comes of it. What you got, Big J?
Well, the thing is, though, I know when Richard Rider was first introduced, he was supposed to be a kid, but like I said, what I've been hearing is I heard mention of Namorita and all that being in this new show because they also talked about Henry Cavill coming in as a nihilist, which once again I still think is a waste of Henry Cavill because if he's gonna be a bug, but they were saying that right, I mean, basically Nova Night's supposed to be in his 30s, and so he's supposed to be a more mature one, the one that's in a relationship with Namorita. So I could see that they've already introduced Namora, her mother, in the MCU because she was one of the ones that was with Namor, one of the woman
Yeah,
that was fighting with him. So
yeah, his right hand lieutenant or whatever.
and her daughter could be easily because Namor is however many years old he is, and so if Namora is also in her 70, 80 years old, whatever she is, then her daughter could easily be in her 30s too, and that would make sense for them two to be in there, about the same age range as they're going through a relationship. So I mean, he don't have to be a kid. I get what you're saying, but BA was talking about him being younger. But I mean, to me, all of them at some point grow up. I mean, they've done that multiple times with Spider-Man, where he cycled from being a kid, college, a young adult, family, and then they kind of reboot him from time to time to get him back younger so they can
Back to
restart the
yeah.
yeah.
hmm Yeah, no, I agree. I've been telling Cuz for the longest. I know that the two main Nova characters is Sam Alexander and Richard Rider. I've been wanting Richard Rider. I've always said before I'm not really a big fan of like derivative characters. Richard Rider being the main Nova character, kind of like Hal Jordan is for the Green Lanterns. That's kind of who I wanted, and I think he would be a perfect Richard Rider if they decide to go that route. Um, I'm with Cuz too. I don't know why this dude ain't been cast for something yet, for DCU, Star Wars. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
crazy.
Something, bro. MCU, something, bro. He surprised he ain't got cast yet.
Yeah.
He like kind of like what Big J was saying before. He was like my main pick for Batman after I saw Twisters,
Yep.
and then that kind of changed when Brand Sklar stepped on the scene. So, but yeah, but now I kind of see him kind of like in that booster gold type of range. Um, maybe a Adam Strange.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, Nova would be perfect in the MCU. I can't really think of anybody else in the MCU he could play right now because I think they got everybody covered already. But yeah,
Yeah.
like them three characters would probably be like some of the characters I can probably see him playing or whatever. So yeah, he's around that age range. He's not old, you know what I'm saying, 36 or whatever. So he got some time. If it's like good.
Do you think there's a possibility that he will be Iron Man on the reboot on the once everything is started over? Because
I wouldn't be mad at it.
what you think, Big J?
I mean, I have to see him. Like I said, I saw him in Twisters, and the thing is, he's charismatic. He's funny.
Mm-hmm.
He can play that part. But I don't know. One,
Good genius
have we heard him? Have we heard him without the Texas accent? First of all, because
Yeah.
yeah. No, a lot of it. I would have to go back through his filmography just to think about it. Because
that new show he got an accent too. So
Twisters, he had a heavy twang, and because he's from around Austin area, and it's like I don't know. I can't see Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? Getting out there and fiddling with some.
Now you might have to wait, Big J, until Running Man comes out. That comes out next month. You might be able to hear without the twang or whatever. So
I may have to go look at the trailers again because I know he talked in the trailers, but I just wasn't paying it. I gotta hear it.
Yeah, gotta have an ear for it. But yeah, this what I was, it just popped in. Not saying it's gonna happen, but I wonder if there's a possibility. Because by the time the reboot, he'll be 40. How old was Robert when he started? Like
mid to late 40s.
Yeah, so
he's 61 now, right?
Yeah, so it'll be right around that age to be Iron Man, and that gives you another 20 years of Iron Man right there. So just something to think about.
And that is about right because we said the Iron Man came out in 2008.
Yeah,
and he been with the MCU damn near 20 years, bro. It's 2025 now. Yeah, that's about right, bro.
He's 61. Yeah, he's 61, about to be 62, I believe. Is Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
So
reboot him. Reboot Doom, bro.
We know Feige. We know Feige watches the show, so we just gave him an idea.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
We need to get him on the show
then. Come on over here, Kevin Feige. You know you don't do you don't do press. hey, unless he doing his own little presentation, that's the only time he really be talking like that.
Yeah, that's right.
But check it out, man. So DC's canceled Batgirl movie could still get released according to Jacob how you pronounce that? Scipio. That was Will Smith's son in Bad Boys 18. So the last Bad Boy, the last two Bad Boy movies, that's probably Will Smith's son, the guy who played his son. Yeah. But yeah, so they said it could still be released, man. Could you think this is gonna actually happen? Or are you saying like, nah, just hang it up, it ain't gonna happen?
I doubt it'll happen, but I would like for it to just release, throw it on HBO Max, just to be able to see it. Because I mean, the MCU released, or not the MCU, but Sony released Madam Web. You can release this movie. It just throw it on HBO Max. It is what it is. You're not forcing anybody to spend money, but you'll be able. It might end up being like that hot topic over like a few weeks from. Oh, this movie is so bad, you got to go watch it. No, it ain't no way that movie's that bad. Let me go see it. Type of situation. That's what I want. It's just go ahead, release it, just so we can be able to see it. Just to see why you didn't want to release it, but I don't think it's going to happen because they probably already got the money back from the insurance from shoving it. So the insurance will probably be like, now you got to hold on to it or keep it on the shelf for like a decade or something to that effect. So I don't see it happening anytime soon because of the insurance situation. But
the tax write-off.
Yeah, the tax write-off is what it was. But yeah, I would like to see it just to see like what the thought process was behind it, but I don't see it happening.
What you got, BJ?
Yeah, I don't think there's zero chance. If y'all remember that story, how they went down when the directors were talking about it, they were at a wedding when they found out it was canceled because one of the directors was getting married, and they got news that it was being canceled, and they said they both left the wedding, went to try and log into their laptops to try and pull, access the server. And they said because they were going to download it themselves, and they said they were locked out, and they said it was
Yep.
deleted from all devices that they had. So the thing is, yeah, they took the tax law, they took a tax write off on it because they wanted to take. They said it would be better for them just to take the loss than to release it and it'd be middling. I guess they thought it'd be a middling film. So
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to ever see the light of day. That was the agreement. If they take the tax write off, then it'll never come out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What you got, BA?
It was a whole internet movement saying release the Snyder Cut. As we all remember, we was there, and we saw it. They did it, and this thing it had like thousands of people supporting this hashtag. Like I said, it was a movement. People really, really, really thought that was going to be night and day from what they watched. And all you got was a couple extra scenes, a couple Wonder Woman's background, a little bit more. It wasn't nothing crazy, but that's what they did. The people came out and spoke as one, and to go against that, we got like one person trying to see this damn movie. That's all we got. You can't have it. You can't have it this way. You got thousands and thousands of people saying release the cut, and you got damn near cricket saying release Batgirl. No one's saying release Batgirl. We don't care to see Batgirl, and it sucks because it was a black actress and she really did. She really worked hard, but no one cares, and we're not going to see it. So we're going to have to get rid of that thought process. We're going to have to just kill that mold, kill that vibe, and shout out to the actors that's maybe been a part of it some kind of way. Maybe they have family members that was a part of it some kind of way. And yeah, you want to get some love for the work that you did, but if they said it was trash, and they released a lot of trash around that, and they just say
Yeah.
it's just
This
best.
extra.
It's just best to leave this one home. I'm going to say that they're right on this one. And let's not do that. Let's keep that. Let's keep that under wraps. We don't need to take the lead off this one, guys.
A few things. Yeah, one, what I'd be afraid of if they do release it, like you just said, BA, it'd be bad. They do release it and they'll be killing the girl in the movie. I don't want that. Like you said, let's just leave it on the wraps. Two, there's a difference between this movie and the Snyder Cut version. Snyder still owned the film that he had. He still had it in his possession, which is why he was able to do the tinkering and touch up the effects and all that stuff, the color corrections and all that stuff for the movie, because he actually still had it. These guys don't have it, so they can't just up and say, "Hey, we'll release it if y'all continue to ask the people or at Warner Brothers for it," because the people asked for it. It's just that they found out that the guys who made the movie don't have it no more. Like Big J just said, they completely went and took everything from them and said, "Hey, we're not showing nothing. The only thing that we got is these little pictures right here we see up on the screen right here that we saw when they were talking about actually releasing the movie." They completely shelved this, hid it, buried it under the studio, all that stuff, man. They don't want nobody to see nothing from this movie. So the situations are a little bit different. Like I said, they still had, pieces of the movie, kind of like how Snyder did. I think there would have been some kind of way where they could have probably got convinced to, release it or whatever. One more thing too. If Warner Brothers had to redo it all over again, they would not have released the Snyder Cut. They lost a lot of money releasing that on the movies because they had to pour an extra, I think it was damn near $200 million into the movie to finish it for it to be released on Max. So that's why I don't. Yeah, so that's why I don't think they would have. If they could redo it again, as much as people would have been crying and whining about, I want to see the Snyder Cut, they wouldn't have done it. And that was all under Walter Amadas and them. That was around the time where they were reactionary. Whatever people kind of was whining about. Oh, we got to appease the people. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they came out with the Snyder Cut. Because people was whining. Oh, we got to appease the people. And then later on, you come in that time of how much money y'all lost because movies like that, you put them in the movie theaters for a reason. That's how you recoup your money that you invest into the movie. You can't recoup. I've said this before. You cannot recoup that same amount of money off of a streaming service because they don't make the money off the shows that the people are watching, like on regular television. Thank you. They make their money off their subscriptions. So if you ain't getting the equal amount of subscriptions it would take for if you release it to the movies, then you don't get a profit from that. So you lost money trying to pour into that movie that you can't recoup anything from it. So if they had redid that, it would have redid that whole entire situation. They would not have released the Snyder Cut. Hey, it's cool they released it. I like the Snyder Cut. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. But I wasn't one of the people dying to see the Snyder Cut because, like you just said, BA, yeah, there was a few things that Zach added in there. It was a longer movie. There was a few other things he added in to kind of clean it up a little bit that makes sense. You bridging the gap between certain points in the movie and all that stuff to make it make sense. Other than that, it wasn't like there's no drastic difference or whatever. It was like, oh my God, this movie is like you said, night and day from that movie. I could have did without it. But because they released it, oh yeah, of course I'm gonna watch it and see what they're talking about. I liked it. That's cool. But yeah, if it had to redo it again, they would not have dropped that, bro. But for Batgirl, from what I seen, I kind of like what I saw, like her costume. I like the fact we was gonna get Michael Keaton back, all that stuff. The two guys who directed it, or the same guys who directed that last Bad Boy. Was it the last one or the second to last Bad Boy movie? Somebody else sure. I think it was the second to last. I think the was it Bad Boys Forever? I think the one they directed, the one that Will Smith got like shot in or whatever. And that one, I think that's the one they directed. But I like that one too, by the way. So I kind of thought they would probably do a good job with the Batgirl movie because I think the Batgirl movie was that supposed to release on Max?
No, it was supposed to be theatrical.
Yeah, I thought it was theatrical.
I thought that, and because remember Blue Beetle was originally supposed to be released on Max, and then they changed it and said that was going to the movie theaters. So that was supposed to go to the movie theaters too.
Yeah, no, it was originally supposed to be a theatrical release. It had a $90 million production budget, and that was the thing. They said that when Zaslav came in, but when Zaslav came in, they said he was like, nope, and basically killed it.
Oh, that movie was that bad, bro.
I don't think it was a bad movie. That's not the point. It wasn't about it being a bad movie, and I don't think they thought it was going to lose money. It's just they wanted to take the losses to help offset whatever. So then that was the whole point. They killed a whole bunch of projects when he came in to take losses.
He has a lot. Yeah, that's where that phrase "the axe of Zaslav" came from. He came in there and started just cutting a lot of projects. Dang, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen how that would have turned out. But that would have been another case. It would have been another case of you watching that, and it's not gonna really go anywhere because we already knew what was gonna happen to the universe. Is gonna reboot it or whatever. So, hey, maybe James Gunn to bring her in. That's Batgirl.
Well, those guys actually they also directed Miss Marvel. Those directors.
Yeah. So they like I said, I like these stuff, man. So, but yeah, got this last one here, y'all. Check this out. So Adam Driver was developing The Hunt for Ben Solo, a new Star Wars movie. But Lucasfilms loved it, but Disney rejected it, saying Ben Solo couldn't be alive. Which that makes sense. If you saw the movie, he died at the end. So I don't know how that would have worked, but it is what it is. What you got on this one, Big J?
Yeah, I was watching. They said it was Iger. Because they said it came to Bob Iger and he was like, yeah, that don't make sense because he's dead, basically, because they said he disintegrated, or so they were like, so if he's gone, how do you and so then they were coming up with, well, maybe he teleported, because they were like, well, since we've already shown that you could teleport like the dice spheres, that was one of the suggestions they was throwing out. They're like, since we proved that we could teleport the dice from one side to the other when they showed up in Leia's hand, maybe, just maybe, we could teleport his entire body, and that's what happened. He didn't really die. And so Bob was like, yeah, no, that don't make sense. So, even though I want to see Kylo Ren, I'd love to see more of that, but I could kind of see what he's saying.
Yes, I could definitely see what he's saying. what you think on that, BA?
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah, he wasn't there for that part. That was Chapek.
It don't matter. It got through. It could have been an open scroll. Somehow Ben Solo survived, and it just boom. Here go your movie. So shout out to Adam Driver. He really wanted it. clearly enough to write, the pennant. So he's definitely for him evolving as an actor and everything like that. So shout out to him. Um, yeah, I think they should have just did it. Just to hell with it, man. See how far they could have got with it. Maybe it could have been for TV. Maybe it could have been a movie. Who knows? But at the end of the day, they could have found some way. This is the Force. It doesn't work like that. Well, it could, right? There's plenty of quotes that we can use to either flip it or whatever the case. Well, I would have been here for it, man. I don't think Adam did a bad job as Ben. I just thought that they just put him in a lot of bad situations. And that's writing and things like that. So maybe with his own pen, it could have been it. Like Luke, this is Lucasfilm guys, and they said they loved it. So that's not saying that does speak something. So just to say that he couldn't be alive. I mean, we saw the movie. We see how he, how it ended for him. But at the end of the day, if Palpatine can return, if everybody, Samuel L. Jackson, Mace Windu was alive out there somewhere. Let's just bring some people back, man. Let's just close the story arcs and let's keep this thing flowing. But I get it though, right? We want to expand. I'm talking to the people that want to expand the Star Wars world. They want to get away from the Skywalker and all this other stuff.
Right.
You know what? I'm not on that train. Y'all can go on that road. Y'all can go down that path all you want to. I need a Skywalker / Solo / somebody that holds to this family bloodline. And
You got Ray, man.
keep it thinking. So you know what? As much as she gets on my last nerve, I'll take her too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. I know she's doing her own projects when it comes to Star Wars. Can't wait for that to come out. But yeah, they found a way. And if they can find a way for Palpatine, they can find a way for Ben Solo to come back. Maybe he should have put a little bit more emphasis on that. I don't know if his transition was good. Maybe he kind of left that part out. So they was like, so you're not going to say how you came back. That's not the point. The art is what happens once I return, but you're not going to tell you how you return. That I can't rock with. Maybe he left that out purposely. So shout out to Ben shout out to Adam for maybe doing that. But no, I would have loved to seen it. I think he should go for it, and maybe they can repurpose it for somebody else. That can always be a thing too. It's just a story. If he's saying it, then it's a story of lineage some kind of way. You could just once again bounce that lineage off to somebody else, family tree, and then keep it going if it's that good of an idea. So I just like when people actually put forth the effort in Star Wars. That shows me that you actually do care about it. You care about the lore. You care about the just everything surrounding it. And I appreciate people that do that.
Yeah. Go ahead, BJ.
I was gonna say one thing we didn't bring up yet. I don't know if you're gonna, but it wasn't just Adam Driver working by himself, right? Because they said that one of the writers for Andor and what's the other the movie?
Solo.
No, not Solo. The other one.
Damn, blanking.
Rogue One.
Thank you, Rogue One.
One of the writers from Rogue One, and then the director that was on board. The director was Steven Soderbergh. So it was like, he was supposed to direct. So it wasn't like it was looking like it was, but yeah, like I said, I get it. But I mean, once again, we saw Vision come back, and Vision was gone. You know what I'm saying? If if the story is good enough, you can justify and explain that part later. Ray might have just came back. You know what I'm saying? She might have did some, had a Wanda type moment and brought him back because of that dyad and the Force connection they had.
Oh my God.
I was coming while he was gone, BA. So.
What you got, Cuz?
Sorry about that. I got a Spectrum internet over here, so hopefully they hear about it. No, so I mean, why not just do it? I agree with BA. Why not just do it? You had Palpatine back. You had Boba Fett coming out of the dirt. You had all this stuff happening. Why not do it? But and the fact that like Lucasfilm actually liked it and was willing to say, yeah, let's do this. It gets it was all about timing. Iger was like, nah, bruh. And I guess Iger also felt the effect of a lot of the IP was also struggling around that time as well. So he felt like this wasn't smooth enough for them to be able to release it. But also, it's like Star Wars had been canceling a lot of projects around that time. Like they would talk about a project, cancel, talk about a project, cancel. Now we got one. Didn't really hear much, anything about it until now, but it would have been dope to be able to it come out of nowhere. It's something fresh or something new. It's for us like, hey, we know this character died in the last movie, but we're going off script, and this is what happened. Hey, they've already decided to not follow their own rules and
Right.
their own Bible and stuff like that and everything. So why not just do it for a move for this? Because in other spaces you've done it to try to clean up mistakes, and in other spaces you've done it to, and it's been bad. So let's just do it. Let's see how it go. It might have been something that was pretty good. So obviously won't be able to see it, but I think it would have been something very interesting. What you got, bro? He was like, nope, nope, nope.
I'm about to be. I guess I'm be Debbie Downer. Few things y'all keep bringing up. One, y'all talk about Lucasfilm loved it. You know what else Lucasfilm loved? Rise of Skywalker. And how that turned out. We're not doing this again. Second, the main issue that I'm having with Star Wars is the fact that you are rewriting a ton of stuff that you originally wrote. The fact, like y'all just said, Palpatine came back, Boba Fett came back. Now you want Ben to come back. It's like, bro, listen, man. Eventually, y'all gotta leave these people dead and move on, man. Now, if you had originally had that plan before you killed him off in the movie, I would have said, sign me up. Like I said, I liked Adam Driver as that character. I feel like he got, like you said, got the short end of the stick on a lot of times on some of the writing and stuff like that, some of the direction. I agree with that. But the issue we're having is, man, that y'all don't have a singular direction. That's the problem we're having. And now y'all constantly going back, you're redoing stuff. That's probably what Bob Iger was thinking when they said came up with this idea. Bro, what the hell y'all talking about? He's dead. Well, I mean, we can find a way. Bro, no, y'all found a way on the other last 3 or 4 characters, and people are killing y'all for it. Stop doing that. Let's go for it. Like you said, if you want to use that premise for somebody else, that's fine. You could do that. But as far as you keep doing this to these characters and trying to keep them coming back, they're dead and all that stuff, and you're trying to make it fit some kind of way, you gotta stop doing that, man. That's what's killing you right now. Because for one, what they need to do is they need to go back to the drawing board, start over from scratch, reboot. I know Star Wars can't really reboot because it's a continuous story, but find some way to reboot and come up with a singular vision and go forward from there. And stop backtracking and starting over and let me bring this person back. I liked them on that one scene. No, that person he's dead. Leave him dead. If you wanted to make a movie about him, you should have kept him alive. Why are you bringing him back after he died? But you just say something, BJ. Oh, you muted.
My bad, BA. The sequel trilogy, I didn't mean to steal your bit. Now, the sequel trilogy, it could have been better. The biggest problem was, to me, really was the Rian Johnson thing. Them putting Rian Johnson to direct the second movie in that sequel trilogy, because, but the problem is his whole thing was your boy set up everything in the first movie, The Force Awakens, and then Rian Johnson was like, I'm gonna go ahead and subvert all the fan expectations and do everything that everybody hates. But so Rey's not gonna be anybody.
That wasn't his fault, BJ. You know what fault that was?
Who?
Kathleen Kennedy. I've talked about this ad nauseum. The fact that you knew, because y'all reported this when you came up with the first Star Wars sequel, right? You said y'all were gonna do 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
When we can say all we want about the prequels, but guess what? George Lucas had a plan for those prequels going with all 3 of the movies, and it felt cohesive. The original Star Wars all felt cohesive. We've had this discussion before. Each one of the sequel trilogies did not feel cohesive. They felt like different movies. It's like, bro, why that fit? The third one got directed by the same. The first and the third got directed by the same director, and J.J. Abrams. It still felt different. because they did not map out a plan for the 3 movies, which is why it's like, why? Okay, you killed this main character over here, then the second one you killed that main character, then the third one you killed that one off. They didn't get to interact or anything, or have any type of anything together. You just threw stuff against the wall. We thinking one character gonna be a Jedi. Nope, we tricked you. We decided, but that didn't feel right in the first one. So in the second one, we gonna make this person. These people had a connection. They were in love and all that. Okay, you know what? We're gonna erase that, act like that didn't happen in the second one. It's like, bro, did y'all not map this out?
But that's what I'm saying. That's because when it was sold initially for the sequel trilogy that J.J. Abrams was going to come in, the guy did Lost, he did the Star Trek trilogy, the Star Trek sequel. He was going to come in and reboot Star Wars with a singular vision and continue. And then he did the first one, and then he bounced and said, "Okay, Rian Johnson, you go do the second one." And did not look like he didn't give him any notes and just said, "Do whatever you want."
They didn't. They didn't, which is why when they did the third, because matter of fact, JJ didn't have any notes going into his own movie, the third one.
I think he was
just retconned everything.
Yeah, that was all fan reaction because everybody was so pissed. Yeah.
Yes. Like, how you not? This is one of the many 20 years later, many reasons why I've been saying that Kathleen Kennedy should have been fired, bro. It makes no sense. How do you been under George Lucas? He's considered you as the greatest executive producer of all time. You've been with this dude. You've seen how he operated in both the originals and the prequels. Like I said, we can have your opinion on about the prequels, but guess what? You still knew it was a singular vision within those prequels. How do you not do that for these movies? You know you were doing 3 movies. Hey, just do whatever you want. Just come with an idea for it. And then when it turns out the way it did, it's like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. Why did you come with a plan? Why did you plan it out? Well, that's on her. You're the leader.
I still, like I said, I don't know, because a lot of stuff I heard that I didn't like, I thought was his stuff. Like, you wasted the return of Luke Skywalker, which that's what pissed me off more than anything. The most powerful character in Star Wars, and you have him just being some weird, goofy dude throwing his lightsaber, in the bushes to walk off because he wanted to be hidden and peaceful. I'm like, dude, no. He was supposed to come back and do all the stuff we saw and all the legend stuff and show how powerful he truly was. And all thing we got to see was him force projecting from across the galaxy and then distributing and turn into a force.
Didn't even fight, really.
Yeah, never fought. We never got to see. Now maybe it's because, but even maybe it's because he was old and couldn't do the action stuff. But Mark Hamill said he wanted to show the real Luke Skywalker. He wanted to be out there doing all the stuff he was supposed to do. And like I said, I don't know if it was Kathleen or it was, like I said, Ryan, because I always heard that Ryan made a lot of those decisions to, like, because they said his whole thing was, ooh, this is what everybody wants to see. I'm not going to do any of that. And
but no, that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, you're right. He did. Yeah. You're right. But you, as just like use the Kevin Feige example. Mm-hmm. Kevin Feige is not going to send somebody in there and just have to do whatever they want. Hey man, listen. I want you to. No, he signed up on that too.
I know.
No, my bad. No, I'm sorry. That was under Chapek. That don't count. But other than that, he will go in and tell you, okay, cool. You can make. He said it a million times in interviews. You can make the movie that you want, but guess what? I need you to put this in there, this in there, this in there. Make sure you don't mention this, don't mention that, don't mention this. Now go. How many times have you seen him go in there and have to fire a director on a movie?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen Kathleen Kennedy go in there and fire directors? So that's all part of, because you just send these guys in here, and then when it comes out a certain way, then you're reactionary to it. You're not sitting down, you're not planning it before those guys go in there. This is a very important tentpole IP movie that you're making. Have a plan. You don't have a plan. So then when it comes out the way Rian Johnson made it, you get mad. Oh my God, I don't know what happened. Did you plan it out? Did you tell them what direction to go in? Because like you said, BJ, it did feel different. It's like you thinking at the end of, was it Force Awakens? It feels like, okay, we finna go in this certain direction. They completely flipped it in the second one. It's like, who signed off on this? Who was in the boardroom saying, you know what? That's it right there. I like that. Because to me, it looks like nobody in that boardroom has an idea of how Star Wars works. Nope. That's what it feels like to me. So,
like, let's make Luke a clown and then let's go from there.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't get to interact with Han. You know what I'm saying? They all barely got to interact together. Didn't get to interact with Billy D. Williams, Lando. None of that.
Yeah, well, he didn't. Yeah, he wasn't in with Han. But yeah, it's like, dude, he up there drinking blue milk and talking to porgs. I'm like, come on, man.
All of a sudden, he just turns his back on the Force. Like
because he was too scared of the Force. I'm like,
you want the path to die then. That's what you want.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Kill it.
It's just
kill
crazy
it if
to
you
me.
have to. That's how you feel.
Just get rid of it. Don't worry about it. Like looking around, like who is this?
but
Oh,
we
you
gotta go.
cloned. Okay, you a bad guy. Okay, I got you. You the evil Luke. Okay, where the good Luke at? He back there somewhere. Where he at? Luke, where you at, man? Stop playing.
You says Galen Merrick? We could have got Galen Merrick to show up in that one, man. You know what I'm saying? There was so many things they could have did. We could have seen Star Killer come out, man.
Yeah, like I said, I put that definitely on Kathleen Kennedy, bro. She just ever since she's been running Lucasfilms, it's like they put so much on their plate. Because remember when they started everything over, remember because everything before now was what they call it, not is it E-canon? That what they call it?
It went from I think they call it Legends now.
Legends. Thank you.
Legends.
Yeah, thank you. Legends. That's what it is. So everything from Disney that done own is G-canon. Everything before that is Legends. Right. So they completely ignore that. So that means you everything that after that is connected from the video games, the TV shows, the books, the comics, all that stuff is connected now. But like Cuz said, you got so much going on that you didn't lost track of what's what. You know what I'm saying? So to the point we watching the movies that don't make no sense because in issue 1 of Darth Vader, this happened. So how in the world in the movie you saying this right here? Oh, I mean then you gonna retcon it in the third movie. It's like, bro, come on, man. What we doing, man? Get your ducks in a row, man. But
BA, how did Luke not get to kill people? Come on, man. Luke should have been killing everybody.
Hey, you know what, BJ? You know, it's funny you said that. Do you think they tried to redeem him in Mandalorian?
Yes.
Season 2?
Yes. Season they showed Luke being.
Episode,
I got Luke right here. Luke is right here on my shelf from the Mandalorian because that was that's what we should have been seeing.
That was the best version of Luke of all time.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying, we should have seen Luke going up against some bigger. Like I said, that's why I would have loved to see Galen Merrick come out, like have him come out as Lord Starkiller. It'd have been cool.
Or have him
a good job of flushing out the main, I guess, the most important parts of certain individuals. I say that to say, I mean, I know it was a movie, but Rogue One, that was probably the best Darth Vader scene you ever gonna get.
Oh yeah,
and it was that those couple seconds, and shout out to Luke. I don't like Luke, but him and that Mandalorian joint, that was a great scene for him. Don't look like that. I don't like Luke. I don't like people Luke. That was just. He's not Anakin. That's all. Anakin's my guy.
Anakin.
You could have had Anakin Luke if they did it right in the trilogies, in the new trilogies, I should say. Trash, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and show some love to Playback, yo.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir, man. We only got one comment so far in here. Shout out to Basco. Y'all follow him on YouTube at the Basco Scenario. Just good evening to you, man. Good evening. But yeah, man, listen, we'll be back here on Saturday. Y'all already know. We're going to be talking about Gen V on Saturday, man. The last episode comes out, tomorrow?
Yep.
Can't wait, man. BJ, I'll be spoiling that for folks, man. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Saturday. We'll talk about that. And, man, we're going to talk about some comments old James Gunn made, man, about the path of the DCU. We're going to talk about all that on Saturday, y'all. So join us here Saturday for that. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, too, we can hit them likes for us, y'all, to help us continue to build that algorithm up. And we'll see y'all guys here on Saturday. Stay geeked. And we out.